So I got a quick video for you today. It was a question from someone in my live shows that I do on Friday nights now at 8 p.m. on the channel. And sorry, I can't remember your name, and I'd have to go right through a whole hour of footage to find it. So forgive me for that, but I thank you for this amazing question that will help a lot of people. And the question is, do you leave the lid off your compost bin when it's raining? Now, a lot of people say yes and no. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to say yes and no as well, because in some ways they're right, because it depends on how you're doing it. You see, composting, it's simple, but also could get very, very complex depending on how you want to treat and make your compost. Some people treat it like a full-on science, which it is. But if you want to just keep it simple and you're making compost at home, then what I want to say is, yes, leave the lid off when it's raining, but if it's already wet and you don't have enough carbon in there, say like cardboard, newspaper, all that woody material, leaves and things like that, it's going to get wet and soggy and just become too cold and not good, right? So we've got to have that carbon mix, because the wet stuff generally, you know, your vegetable scraps and animal manures and different things, it's generally your nitrogen, which just helps with leaf growth, and it also sets off the heat inside there. So we want to make sure we've got at least 70% of that woody browns material to around about 30%. And if you know it's going to rain, get in there, really mix it up. If you've got like a bag of sugarcane lying around, which you can buy in the shops all around the place, add that to it, mix it up, and then put a nice big layer on top, like a blanket, and open the lid and allow the rain to get in. Now I'm going to show you what I've got here. And people that have been watching my content for a long time and the worm farming stuff may have seen my biggest worm farmed ever models. Now these beauties here are nice big open compost bins. They're really hard to compost when you're turning and stuff like that. So what I do is I put aged compost in here already, and then I feed the top. So I feed the compost worms, and then I feed it with different materials, generally more manures and things like that. But you can do an open worm farm like this and just feed your vegetable scraps from your house. You can plant it, you can put it next to underneath a tree, and it will help self-fertilize the tree. Every time you're watering it, it'll go down through. You will get roots into it, but that's okay, because you want to get that tree or those plants really pumping, and you want to actually create a fertilization system right on the spot where you are. And this is what I do when I plant my first fruit trees 90% of the time. And I have this open most of the time, but I do cover it with a shade cloth. Now, I come out here last night and I took it blew off or something. But what I'm going to do before we show you the shade cloth and how that works, I'm just going to give you a quick look in here and see if we see any worms. I'm not sure if there's any at the top, but we've got this sort of cardboard over there and it's a bit dark, so they may be there. Let's have a look and see if my camera will even pick up. Yeah, let's have a look. Oh, look, there they are. I can see them. There's lots of little baby ones there, feeding in that zone. And they'll be right through that material, right through there. So if I started digging right through, you'd find them all over the place. Now what I do is I cover mine with just an old recycled shade cloth that someone gave me. And I just, cover it over and allow the air to get in. And when it's raining, I don't have to run out and throw the lid over. Now, if you've got rats and different problems like that, what you do is just get some elastic and just put it around the top so it sort of hugs into there. You can get, you know, that cheap elastic anywhere that you can sort of tie it off, and it will work like a big rubber band. And that way you just pop it off, pop it back on, and you can sort of just tie it and it'll work just absolutely perfectly. And then after about 3 months, what you do is you just turn them over on their side, grab all the compost out of it, and grab the worms and put the worms back into another one. If you've got, like I have, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them going, and just keep it circulating. And when you've got plants growing near them, which is really cool, as you can see here, I've got this chili growing down here. I've just put my glasses on so I can see properly. So I've got this chili growing here, And this is a long red, and this is a part of my chili challenge, the tomato chili challenge that I'm having over at the Garden Creator Hub. If you're not a part of that yet, you need to go and check that out, because it's running. It started right now, and it's going to run through into the spring and the summer, and we're growing amazing tomatoes and chilies together. It's a lot of fun, and very different to what you may have done before. It really will help you grow amazing plants at home, and you can extract my over 2 decades of knowledge of gardening during that period. So I've got this planted. Oh yeah, link in the description for that. I've got it planted near this system here, see? So what that's going to do is it's going to throw the root and move the root over closer to it. And as it does that, it's going to tap into that system, and it's just going to absolutely boom like no tomorrow. Like, I'm really looking forward to that. Now, I do have one growing in a grow bag. So this is a long chili here, long reds, and over there's a jalapeno growing in a pot, and another long red. Growing in a grow bag, and some tomatoes that are ready to about finished. They got hammered with the big storm and all the humidity, so they got some blight and things like that. We've got to get our tomatoes going again, because we've got the tomato and chili grow challenge going. So I'll show you what's in them. Look at that. That's a chili, Thai chili, I believe. Yep, Thai chili. I've got an Indian chili here as well, which I've never grown before. Chili India. How interesting is that? Wow, this is exciting. And I'll show you the tomatoes that I've got. This one's called the Pot Tom, and yep, it's especially for growing in small containers, and that's going to be a part of my challenge. So the Garden Creator Tomato and Chili Challenge, and this is the Health Kick. Now some of these are heirlooms, and some of these are hybrids, I believe. I think the Health Kick is a hybrid. I've got to look more deeper into it. I grabbed it and gone, I'm pretty sure that's a hybrid F1, but I'm not 100% on that. So I'm going to be talking in the course and also in the Grow Challenge. There's a course attached to the Grow Challenge where you can follow along, and as the sort of progression of the growing and the gardening grows, I'll add more to it. There's about 6 units at the moment. Easy to read stuff, really simple to follow. And if you're not sure, you just go into the feed and the community. We just talk questions and discuss about it, and so we can grow better tomatoes. Because I literally lost 90% of my tomatoes again from that last lot of storms, and then really heavy weather, like 35-degree heat for 4 or 5 days. Then it went humid, and things just went crazy. And so yeah, I've got to start again, and so hence the challenge here. We've got some little buds. Starting, I think that's on the Thai. So I'm really excited about that. It's absolutely cool. And I've got lots of different ones in pots, and jalapenos and all the different ages and things. So I'm not a chili expert. I'm better at growing tomatoes, but I've grown a lot of chilies in the past. I'll just show you one that's my wife. She just grabbed all the chilies. I said, don't take all the chilies. She does it right before I'm going to film. It's classic. So, and then you can see one of the chilies here. And that's the Empalaya, the bitter melon at the back there. She loves those. Anyway, she's raided the chili plant before I could get all the colour into the pictures and stuff. But that was come up in the winter time, and it's a second season chili, and I didn't label it off, and I don't know my varieties very well. So if someone knows maybe what that variety is, let me know in the comments box down below. I'm hoping that I'll see you over at the Garden Creator Hub. Now, the community is 100% free. If you want to grow in the Grow Challenge, there's a small fee to be involved in that, but essentially it's a great place, and you can be involved in the community for free if you don't really want to be involved in the challenge and still learn lots and lots and lots of stuff. Anyway, I've got to go. I've answered that question and I've shown you a bit more around the garden, give you a bit of an update on what's going on. Super excited to get these videos out to you guys, and thanks so much for coming and all your support so far. You've been awesome. Love you lots, and I'll see you at the next video real soon. But for now, shoo.